Hr Baskar's Smell of Mind. To know about our own mind, we need to see it from different angles and then we will understand a bit. Let's see how this universe proceeds. We get a thought, the thought becomes determination and it waits for power. Once it gets power, an action is taken. Depending on the action, we get rewards. Thoughts are like waves. They come one after another. It comes non-stop. You cannot quieten these thoughts. There is no good thought or bad thought. You cannot say that I only want good thoughts and I don't want bad thoughts. That is not possible. It will just come. Every single thought will just come to your mind. It depends on what you want to do about the thought. Do you want to take action or do you want to convert it into a determination or not? Just like in a supermarket, there are a lot of things and we buy only what we want. Similarly, the thoughts flow in our mind one after another and we take only what we want. When you see a car and you think, wow, it's a nice car. You see the car again and you think again, it's a nice car. But when you see it for the 6th time, you think, I must buy this car one day. That is a record. That is a determination. Similarly, everybody have records to buy a house, to get promoted, to marry 4 times, etc. If you can afford, then you will take action immediately. If not, then you will keep on thinking again and again that you will fulfill it one day. How this record will vanish? Only when you convert it into action or erase it. How do you erase it? Like for example, you might think, 4 marriages is not possible. Then you will erase that record. So similarly, these are determination or records in everybody's mind. Determination is permanent. Thoughts are temporary. This happens daily. We wish for something, we convert it into a record, we either erase it or we fulfill it. Like this, everybody has records. How records are formed? Let's take an example. John and Paul share a room. One day, John's iPhone is missing and he's searching for it everywhere. He asks Paul, have you seen my phone? Paul says, I didn't see. But then he mentions, do you remember when we were having lunch? Tom came by. So John is now thinking, Tom is the one who took his phone. So next time when he sees Tom, he's not very happy. He will not talk to him properly. If Tom asks him, hi bro, how are you? He says, I'm fine. So how come the attitude towards Tom has been changed by John? There has been a record created inside John's mind that Tom is a thief. One day, Paul is talking to his other friends and he doesn't realize that John enters the room. He didn't notice and he keeps on talking. You know, John is a fool. I share a room with him and I took his phone. He didn't even realize. So now immediately John's attitude will change again. Now he will erase the record of Tom saying that Tom is a good guy, Paul is a thief. So there's another record created about Paul and the one created for Tom has been erased. All humans have different records. Body is same, only the records are different. If all the records in your mind are transferred to me, then I will start talking like you, walking like you, behaving like you. If someone close cheat you with your fortune, you cannot do anything now because you don't have the power. You wait for the power. One day you know gangster friend. What will you do? You will call him and you will ask him to help you. You will tell him, why don't you beat him for my sake? Okay, immediately your gangster friend goes and beats up this cheat. Immediately you are relieved. Terrorism also works in this way. Someone has created a record and we all think that it has to be converted into action. If we know how to erase it, we can easily erase it. Then no need to take action. This is world politics. 2 countries fight with each other because someone has created a record. And now we think that we need to fulfill it. And therefore we work towards it. It either needs to be converted into action or it needs to be erased. Good action gives earns. Bad action gives sins. If we know how to erase, why we need to fulfill? We can easily erase it, and then we will make sure that new records are not created and everything will be in our control, and we will reach another state. What are thoughts? Imagine a keyboard or piano. Keyboard has noise. When you press, then a sound comes out. What should you do in order to stop the sound? You don't do anything, automatically it will stop. But what we do, we keep on thinking, no, I don't want to hear this noise. I don't want to hear this noise. And the sound becomes louder. Any anger or any thought will stay only for a few seconds. But if we approach it, it might either damage or help us for few years. The rewards of the action might not always be bad. Sometimes it might be good. You are sitting on the road and there are people passing by. You call someone and disturb. They might either help you or waste your time. Thoughts are similar. If you act upon a thought, you might either be benefited or you will lose something. You must be thinking, I also know that, but how to do that? You must be thinking, it is not possible not to act on a thought if you get it. I'm saying you can. In fact, we do it every day. At workplace, we shout only at our subordinates or at those people whose position is below us. But those who are above us, we will always talk respectfully. We react differently at both the situations. If the person opposite you has less power than you, then you will feel angry. If the person is more powerful than you, then you will feel fearful. If a dog bites us, do we make a determination to bite the dog back? No, we don't do that. If you feel like falling from a tall building, do you do that? No, right. All thoughts do not need to be converted into action. Sometimes we can just let it go. If a minister comes to your house and broke your chinaware, which is an ancestor's property, what do you tell to the minister? Oh, it's okay, sir. It's okay. It's just a glass. It's just a china glass. But inside you're cursing him. But do you say that aloud? No. But if your daughter-in-law broke that china glass, you will be cursing her or you will be scolding her entire life. All thoughts will come, but you need not fulfill them all. At workplace, you had an argument with a colleague and you shouted at him. Later, he complained to the boss and you were inquired about it. At night, you will think, when he shouted, if I had just kept quiet, then it would have saved a lot of time. So thoughts will pass like the luggage that goes in a conveyor belt. If we know which thought to take and which to leave, it means that we have received enlightenment. The thoughts you need, just take them and drop everything else. No need to stop the thought. How to do that? We need to understand that the mind and brain are different. Let's separate them. Mind will say what you like and what you don't like. Brain will tell you what is good and what is bad. For example, you go to buy a car. It will say, this car is nice, 10 marks. This car is very, very nice, 1000 marks. This car is not nice, minus 10 marks. And so on and so forth. But will you buy it? No, the brain will not let you buy it. The brain will also make a list based on what is good, whether it's convenient or not, how much mileage it will give, whether all the family members can fit in or not, can you bring it to office, can it be used for long drives, etc. and so on and so forth. It will make a list and based on these conditions, it will give marks to all the cars. The car dealer asks you, which car you like? You say you're confused. You're not confused in the 15 cars or the 10 cars. You're confused in the 2 cars. One that the mind has accepted it as the best one and one that the brain has accepted as the best one. You're confused in these 2 cars. If both mind and brain says the same thing, then you will make a decision immediately and you will say that I like this car, and you might even pay a bit more than what is asked for. There is no confusion. If you follow your heart and buy the car which your mind has told you, then you might have problems at home. Your wife might ask, why you bought such a small car? But you will be happy. If you do what your brain says, then all at home will be happy, but your heart will cry whenever it sees the car that you like. Same can be applied for all the things. If both mind and brain are same, then it's peace. If they are both saying two different things, then it's difficult to make a decision, and then it is difficult to make a decision, and every small things in our life will create huge problems. Heart and brain fight is the reason for all the problems. For one thing, we think for many years. Always we are thinking about the unsolved problems and try to resolve it. Thus our mind and brain is always engaged, always utilized. So we cannot use our brain for anything else. We cannot remember if we read a book. We spend too much energy by thinking about it. If you have too much debts and you are aware that you need to pay back, your brain will tell you, sell the house, go to a smaller house, and then pay back the debts. But the mind will say, no, don't sell the house. You have been living in this house for so many years. We like this house, we want to stay in the house. So the next day, sometimes brain will win over the mind, and you will say, okay, today I'm going to sell the house. The next day, the mind will win over the brain, and you will say, no, I'm not going to sell the house. So this is how you are fighting with your mind and your brain, and don't come to a decision, and it's occupying your entire brain and mind for every small issue. To apply for school, we also have same issue. We are confused which school to put our children to. To go for a holiday, also we are confused. Even to buy a dress, sometimes we are very confused. When we want to rent house, we see 10 houses, but we don't like. Suddenly we like one. Our brain also says, okay, then we will confirm it. If we understand this, then we can live peacefully. For those whose mind and brain are same, they are saints. They don't have any issues. Others are not. What do we worry about? Whatever I did yesterday was not correct. That's what we worry about today. Today, I don't know if I will take the right decision or not. Tomorrow, what we are going to do, we are not sure about it, and we are confused. How do you think the Prime Minister sleeps at night? They take decision within 5 minutes and they sleep peacefully. So after 10 years, if you ask them, they will say they took the right decision. How to take this decision? Should we listen to the heart or to the brain? Write on a paper about your pros and cons and then make a decision. Go to Vipassana. In some houses there is this cute child, favorite child, never listens to anyone. Always does what it wishes to do. If she sleeps, no one dare to wake her up. If you wake her up, she will scream. She'll be very pretty. If she cries, then she cries a lot. If she laughs, she will laugh a lot. You know what this kid is doing? The kid is only listening to its heart. In order to follow its heart, it will do whatever it wants. It doesn't care if anyone got hurt. Everybody will be attracted to it. Their parents cannot do anything about it. This kid's life it will do what its heart desires. Marry or divorce. Everything it will do whatever its heart sees. Then later in life, it will stop following its heart and starts listening to its mind after it has been hurt too much. It could happen in 30 years or 50 years, don't know when. Then it will do whatever its brain says. Second group is a kid who will always listen to its brain. Will always come first, will never break rules or even obey rules. Those who live by the brain, they will be very rich. Everybody will say he's a very good businessman, but behind his back they will say he has no heart. This way there are two groups of people. After a particular stage, they will break this and then start living by their heart. They will study very well, and when it's time to go to work, they will follow their heart and do what their heart says. Those who study very well will open a stationery shop. Those who didn't study will become very famous and become CEO of a big company. Life is 50-50. Those who live by the brain in the first half, later will start following their heart. If you understand this, then you can join the heart and the brain. Now you try to think what group you belong to. You must have realized it by now. What I say, if you follow your heart and ignore the brain, is also wrong. If you follow your brain and ignore the heart, is also wrong. You must live by your heart and your brain every second of your life. Like we say, tea coffee is not good for your health, but for your heart, you can take 3 teas in a month. Some people will be too strict and will not drink tea at all. Some will do the opposite. Follow heart is the first thing, as only then we will live. If we follow the brain, it means that we are actually dying. Heart is first. Can you think how long in a day do you live based on what your heart says? Some people will live for others and die. If you're a very good person and you lie down on the train track, will the train stop for you? No, you will die. You must still have knowledge, because that is the main thing. Actually, being a very good person is also a disease. If you live by brain, your lifespan reduces. If you live by heart, your lifespan increases. So how to make sure that we live by our heart every day? Write down in a piece of paper what things make you happy. You might write down, I will be happy if I go to Europe. If my son completes his degree, I will be happy. If my daughter gets married, I will be happy. So are you saying to yourself that until and unless these things happen, you are not going to be happy at all? Let's change that. You all go to Malaysia by bus. In the bus, you all sing, dance, play games and have fun. You reach there, it's raining. No one can get down from the bus. All have to come back, and when the bus starts moving again, you all sing, dance and play games. Going to Malaysia was not happy. Traveling to and fro from Malaysia was happy. If you learn how to be happy where you are, then no need to catch a bus and go. If you don't like the work that you're doing, then your energy will become weak. If office calls you on a holiday, you will be irritated. But if girlfriend calls you, you will be very happy. If you do the things that you like, then all diseases will be cured. In 24 hours, how long you follow your heart? Try to do the things that make you happy. In a day, how much time you are happy, that much you have lived. How much time you are unhappy, that much you have died. So try to do things that makes you happy. But there are rules. You must only do the things that are not harmful for you and to others. You feel like drinking all the time, but rules? What does the rules say? Rules say cannot, because it will be harmful to your body. If you want to be naked in a room, it's fine. Within a room, it's okay, but outside, it's not possible. You shouldn't do it. What you like, it's only for you. If others get disturbed, then you shouldn't do it. If it harms others, then use your brain. So do actions by listening both to your heart and your brain. That's what saints do. So I asked you, what makes you happy? And you wrote down something. Let's change that to, when I am doing that thing, the process of making this thing makes me happy. Then you can be happy all the time. Don't wait for the end result. Say that when I'm doing this, I'm happy. The journey is happy. To be happy, it doesn't have to be very, very big. Kids become very happy when they listen to a song. They will ask you to put the song for 1,000 times. No rules for kids. It will ask you to play the song. You will feel irritated, but the kids will be happy. If you like to do something, do it again and again. Listening to songs makes you happy, then do it. Small things will make us happy. You don't need to have a taste. Think what you want to do when you are happy. Kids sit on a cycle and ask you to push. They will ask you to push again and again. When they are satisfied, they will go away. Even if you try to push, they will not sit on it anymore. Men or women who do not live by their heart die early. Men will live for their wife. Wives will live for their husbands. You do not have to even follow anything else. Just try to be happy, and then your lifespan will increase automatically. Do what makes you happy, but follow rules. We live unhappily as we don't like the shirt we wear, we don't like the work we go to, we don't like the food we eat. In hotel also, you must eat what you like. Don't order for others. Let's come to decision making. Take decision with your heart. If there is any damage to anyone due to this decision, only then think what your brain is trying to say. So first is heart, next is brain. Don't misuse the trust of others. Don't do things which will benefit your business but harm others. Don't do. It will harm you later. If neighbors comes to us and say that they have a problem, we think for it only for 5 minutes and then give them a solution. We ourselves say that, oh yeah, it is a very super idea. So every time you want to make a decision, think that it's the neighbor's problem, and then you will find a solution very fast. Think as long as you want, but once you decide, don't change it. If both decisions have some damage, then choose which has less damage. If you can take decisions for 5 things, you will be happy. If mind is free, then it's energy, full energy. Write in paper to make a decision. Don't think about missed opportunity. Everyone has only 10 problems, not more than that. Try. from today onwards. If I take this decision, what are the pros and cons and who is harmed more? Then take decision and then don't think about it after that. When you break the problems one by one, think about the side effects, and once decided, don't think about it. Don't take action till your brain and mind says the same thing, as then your decision will be best. When you look for job, also same concept. Main thing is timing. Be ready to wait, or else later you will regret. Think before you decide, and after decided, don't think about it anymore. Thoughts go on, and we should be stable. Then we are saints, or else we are not. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, and superconscious mind. Conscious mind is at the top, subconscious mind is in the middle, and superconscious mind is at the bottom. Conscious mind is temporary. If I ask you what you ate yesterday, you can tell. If I ask you what you ate last year on 17th Jan, of course you cannot tell, because this is stored inside your conscious mind and it is temporary. If you don't recall it anymore, then it will be erased. You cannot remember what you ate on a particular day, but when I ask you who is that man, you can recall very well saying that on 25th Jan 4 pm is Lakshmi. Why do you remember it with date and time? Why? Because it has created a record in your subconscious mind. It has become permanent and cannot be erased. We all have records in subconscious mind. Good things or events that happens in our life, it doesn't become a record and it doesn't disturb us. Bad incidents, bad things will actually become a record in our subconscious mind and it will disturb us. These records will not give us peace. It should either turn into an action or it should be erased. It should not stay there. If we know how to erase it, it will be very good. Conscious mind is temporary, subconscious mind is permanent. What is superconscious mind? Superconscious mind is not temporary or permanent, but it is the ultimate truth. Universe has a frequency. If you reach the superconscious mind, you will know the past, present and future like Jesus Christ. He said before that this church will be demolished. No one believed him. But after he died, it happened. You will know everything that is going to happen now. Astrologists reach that stage. Even those who say that they talk to spirit, they actually are in their superconscious mind. It's not that they are talking to spirit or something. It could be that they were very fond of their father or mother, and they would use their name and say that they can see the future. If we reach the superconscious mind, we can also do that. Let's see an example. A family lives in a small hut. One day the man in the family sees that the hut is burning and his whole family is inside it. He tries to go in and save them, but the people around him don't allow him to do that. He sees this and his mind goes down to 50,000 layer and he faints. When he wakes up, he becomes mentally ill. If people around him ask what happened to this guy, they say, oh, he saw his wife and kids burning alive and fainted. After he woke up, he became insane. Insane or demented means what? Insane or demented means there is a record in the subconscious mind which doesn't get erased or get fulfilled, and it doesn't allow the person to come to conscious mind. How to cure this? Either his wife have to come back or his mind have to go to the superconscious mind. Wife cannot come back. The good thing about superconscious mind is that if we just reach there, then it will be erased. After 1 year, the man sees another hut burning in the same way. Again, his mind goes to 50,000 layer and he faints. When he wakes up, he's okay. You might have seen this in many movies. Many wishes or thoughts which has made a record will become a problem for us. Let's know how to erase it. Go to Vipassana. To know more about Vipassana, visit www.dhamma.org. If you go to Vipassana only once in your lifetime, your mind and your brain will become one. Let's see a bit more about superconscious mind. They will start saying about future, past and present. We also go there daily. It is questionless stage once we reach there. For example, we keep the phone beside the table once we enter our house. Something from inside will tell you, don't put the phone there, you will forget it. But we don't listen. We will think, I will always remember. and then you just go out without taking the phone. Later, when you're driving back, you will remember that you left your phone on the table. This happens to everyone. This is intuition. It will always give us instructions, but we never listen. When we try to start a new business with a partner, it will say, hey, don't do business with this guy. He is not a very nice person. We won't listen. After a few years, he will cheat us. And then we will think, it already told us. We didn't listen. Every second of our life, it will give us instruction. We just need to listen to it. Daily, you take the same route for office. One day, you get this thought, go by this way. You will think, why I got this thought? If you follow, you might save yourself. The normal route might have some problems. There might be some jam or accident. We don't know, but the superconscious mind knows. The thought doesn't come from the mind or brain. It is something very unrelated. So listen to your intuition. If you really want to clear your conscious mind, then go to Vipassana and clear your subconscious mind. Then you can reach superconscious mind. Animals always know something which we don't know. During tsunami, even a mosquito will not die. All the animals know something, only we don't know. Because we have the sixth sense, that is our conscious mind. If we don't have the conscious mind, then we don't create record in the subconscious mind. Then we will be like saints. Kids don't have conscious mind. Use all three minds. If intuition says, just listen. If we don't listen, then we will have problems. Husband-wife relationships. Husband-wife, why they don't live happily, why there are problems, why there is no love between them, why there's no unity, why they have separate views, how some live very happily, what we should know about it. Let's see. In the entire universe, husband and wife fight for the same 50 reasons. Husband and wives from India, Japan, China, Malaysia all have same problems. Women are different. Their nature is different. Their world is different. They deal with problems differently. And when a woman thinks why men don't behave like them, if you see a cute dog, you will go and touch it and say, hey, cutie dog. If you see a big dog, then you will just see and then you will go. If you see a snake, then you will take a step back and wait till it passes. If you see a lion, you will run away. So we know what is a dog, snake, lion, and we react differently when we see them. Similarly, we need to know that men and women are different animals. To understand that, let's see some issues. How men and women respond to a particular situation. Men and women, how they see things differently, how they fight because of that, and how to solve it. First point. When men have a problem, he will think about it alone and then try to solve it. Women, on the other hand, will need someone to talk. They will talk and solve the issue. Men has to sit alone and woman has to talk. For example, man is sitting and watching TV. In office, someone has taken leave and he's thinking how to complete the job without that guy. When his wife sees this, she will ask, dear, what are you thinking? He will say, nothing. Then the woman will become angry. He will think for a long time and then when he has decided what he wants to do, he will come and talk to his wife. Men will think for a long time for small things. And women cannot keep quiet and that will disturb them. If they say there's nothing, it means that when they think and say it out loud, then they will not be able to make any decision. When the wife go and ask the husband again and again, what's wrong, that's the time when he goes out. And then they start lying. If they get a phone call, they will say that there's an important meeting and then they will just go out. If a man says that he likes to stay at home, it means that when he thinks no one is disturbing him, and that's why he likes to stay at home. Women will have to be patient. Don't ask anything. Wait till they come to you. As they will come to you once they have solved the issue. After they have solved the issue, they will call the wife. And when the wife asks, dear, what was the issue? What were you thinking about just now? Oh, I was thinking about the office boy who is not going to come tomorrow. How to manage without him. He will tell the truth, but the wife will not believe. She will say, for this small thing you have been thinking for so long, maybe he's lying. Let's look about women. When woman has an issue, she wants to talk for a long time. And when they are talking about these issues, men will try to give them ideas. When you give ideas to your wife, did you ever look at your wife's face? Because for the woman, they don't need any ideas. They just want their men to listen to her. When a woman talks, man just needs to give some reaction. Oh, yes, wow, okay, why not? Just give those reactions. Leave the ideas and idea searching to the woman, and then she will be happy. They will say the problem, and then they will give 5 solutions themselves. Then they will give the best decision and say, now we will do this. Then men should just listen to that, and then if she asks, do you want coffee or tea? Just drink it and go away. For women, men is a dummy piece. Your intelligence will work only in workplace, not at home. Alone, woman can solve her issue. Woman likes to talk and man interrupts and thinks that she will like it, but she won't like it. When man and woman fights, it's usually the man who goes out. He goes out thinking that if he will leave the wife alone, she will be okay when he comes back. But when he comes back, the problem or the issue will have become 100 times bigger. As he likes to think alone, but woman likes to talk about the problem. So just listen to her when she talks. Man is happy when he is left alone. Woman is happy when she talks. Another thing is, men can do only one thing at a time. Woman can do various things at the same time. Women thinks men also can do various things at the same time, and thus they keep on interrupting them when man is thinking about something. Instead of interrupting them every now and then, just say everything together. When man is thinking, woman keeps on interrupting because she thinks that she can solve his issue. But man needs to think alone in order to solve his issue. When man sits alone, he will get energy. Another point, every word said by a woman or a man has different meaning. Let's see an example. A man gets an opportunity to go to Australia. His boss calls him and tells him, we have a project for you. Would you like to go to Australia? Immediately he says, yes sir, I and my wife would like to go. Then the boss tells him, no, it's an official trip. So only you can go. Your wife cannot go. Then he says, okay, I will discuss with my wife and let you know. When he comes home, he tells his wife that he has to go to Australia. He even says that I told my boss that I want to bring my wife, but he strictly said no. Then he asks her, so what do you think, dear? And the wife says, up to you. When the wife says it's up to you, it means that she don't want you to go. She doesn't like it. If you don't understand this, then there might be many problems. Languages will be different in different countries, but all the women behave in the same way. They will not tell you directly what they like or they don't like. They will give you indirect hints, and they will expect their husbands to understand this. Men cannot understand it. If you tell them directly, they will be able to understand. If you expect your husband to understand everything indirectly, you might waste a lot of time. Women at home and men at work. Let's see what are the issues they face. When he comes back from work, women will need attention. Women will say all things immediately when man comes home. Then men become angry, as man needs time to change to the house mode. So leave them alone for half an hour. For women, men should talk to them for half an hour once they reach home. They will want to talk to you immediately. So half an hour, talk to them as if they are a client. Go to a park before reaching home and get some energy so that you can talk to them. If you give them attention, then women will say, you must be tired, please go and get rest. So the first half hour is for who? Is it for the wife or the husband? Try to adjust. Then your life will be peaceful. If both husband and wife go to work, then what are the issues that they face? Both should not go to work. At least one should stay back. Divorce rate is increasing because both husband and wife go to work. If there's no other choice but both have to go to work, then at least both should do different things. Because if both do the same type of job, then our Panchabhutam will be weak at the same point and it will not be compatible once we reach home. So both computer engineers cannot be together for long. Then they will go where it is strong. Do different jobs. Opposite things will attract each other. When husband is at home and wife goes to work, then husband will start talking immediately after wife comes home. Another difference between men and women is Woman listens to her heart. Man listens to his brain. Why all women look beautiful? Because they follow their heart. If you don't agree, why do men get bald? Women hardly will get bald. Because if you think too much, then you will lose your hair. And men always thinks before doing anything. That's why many men will go bald, whereas women hardly any. So when you look at a woman, think that you are looking at a heart. When you look at a man, think that you are looking at a brain. For example, a husband takes wife shopping and tells her, you can buy any expensive dress that you want. The wife looks for a nice dress and she finds that she likes a particular dress. But when the husband looks at the price, he says, not expensive enough. Maybe you can buy something more expensive. And he puts it aside and asks her to look for something more expensive. Women will not like that. Because they don't look at the price tag. Men always look at the price tag and then they buy things because they think with their brain. But women will buy things if she likes it, irrespective of the price. So if you want to make your wife happy, just buy her something that she likes instead of looking for something very expensive. So men will always look whether a particular thing is good or not. Wife will always buy things by thinking whether she likes it or not. As men always listen to their brain and never listen to their heart, women will do the opposite. Why this contradiction? When a small boy is born, the men are always trained by saying that you are the savior of the family. You have to take care of the family. You have to go for a good job. You have to earn money. Whereas when a girl child is born, she's always trained by saying that you should be a good mother. You should take care of your family. You should do nice, good household work. You should get married to a nice guy. So for men, it's always business is first, and for women, her man is the first. In one day, husband will think very less of the wife, but for the wife, she will always be thinking about her husband. For men, their career is first. Only to help in their career, they need their wife. So wife will always scold their men saying, why you are not like me? They will not change. Nothing can be changed. Just understand, for men, house is an investment. For women, house is something that she likes. If husband wants to sell the house for some business, woman will not like it. If woman interferes in husband's business, husband will not like it. If you have bought house or gold or jewelry, then you have to forget it, and you cannot take them or you cannot sell them without your wife's permission. And a wife shouldn't interfere in men's business. Another difference between men and women is men likes courage, confidence. Women likes beauty, love, care. Don't compare your wife with anyone else in beauty. Don't compare your husband's ability with another person. This will create a record. There is no compromise for this. How wife takes care when their husbands are sick, but men will not do the same when their wives are sick. So records should be less. When woman talks a lot, then it's a lot of energy for her. Men listen to women and then they lose energy. Women should not talk for more than 1 hour. Women cannot change things that they like. We have seen that one man, one wives. But have we ever seen one wife have more than one husband? Because women are okay to share her husband with another woman. But men can just say, I don't want, and he can walk away. If woman can come out of this kind of situation, then she will become a saint. When husband and wife divorce, men will easily marry again, but the wife will keep on thinking about him again and again. Because it's in their subconscious mind as a record. It's a challenge to be a woman because she gives birth and goes to the men's world and stucks with the things that she likes. Being a man is easy. More information about husband and wife's relationship can be found in John Gray's book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So we should have less records as much as possible. Some women will use this info, know about the men and cheat them. Men also do the same way. See, one information can be used for knowledge also and also can be used to cheat. So know about these things and try to have a good relationship with your spouse. Thank you.